So students, now you see the next topic is, after the introduction part, is how to create a thread. So there are two ways to create a thread. One is by implementing runnable interface. Another method is by extending the thread class itself. So remember, interface concept you all have learned few classes back. Please revise it if you have forgot. Please revise it. So interface is nothing but which will consist of a method which is only declared. So remember, to create threads there are two ways. One is implementing runnable interface. Another way is extending the thread class. So we will see the first one, creating a thread by implementing runnable interface. So runnable interface is an interface which will consist of a run method. Okay, so it should be defined in any class whoever is going to implement whatever the class is implementing runnable. Okay, so it's very simple. And to invoke the run method, you have got one start method which will call the run method to execute. Okay, so what I'll do is, this is the program which is going to demonstrate to create a thread by using runnable interface. So I will open the program first. You all see what is the name, thread demo it is. Thread demo. Where is thread demo? Over here. Here you can see thread demo. Sorry, not thread demo. Thread demo only. Okay. Thread demo. It is through demo. Thread demo I should open it. Thread demo is the program. Is over here. This one. This is the program which is going to demonstrate of how to create a thread by implementing a runnable interface. So see students, before I explain you the program, the concept, what I will do is, I will execute the program and you will understand it. Please observe the output. As I said in just now, before this topic, in the introduction part of multi-threading, that is, your main method is also a thread. And there were two things I mentioned you all. Okay, you all can see here the two things. The main thread is important for two reasons. One is that from this main thread, you can see child threads will be spawned. So now in this particular program, you will see main thread as well as you will see child thread also. Okay, and one more thing is, main thread should be the last thread to finish execution. Remember this, because it performs various shutdown actions. That is another thing, but you have to remember this. Who is the last thread to finish? Main thread. After child, main should finish. So these 2 points you come to see over here with this program, with this particular program. Now what I'll do is, before that, before I explain the coding, I will explain this part. You just see here the 2 points which I highlighted just now in the textbook. That is, child threads will be created and main thread will be executed at last. So yeah, it will finish it after the child thread. See, I'm going to run the program. You'll observe it here. See, main thread and child threads are also getting executed. Okay, main thread, child thread, main thread. You see here, after child thread has finished, after that only main thread is executed. Okay. Again, you see, again I will run the program. You can observe here the output again. Okay. You can observe it. So students, now it's very important, if you understand this particular program, then what will happen is the next program is very easy. See, as I said, from main method, the child threads will be spawned. So you can observe child threads created after or from main thread. Okay. So you can observe here, this is the main thread. Whatever is there inside this, it is the main thread. Now from here, how the child threads are executed. One thing you have to remember, this class is responsible for creating the child thread, but it will only be created From the main thread only. From the main thread, the child threads will be created. So that is how it is possible, as students. You please observe here. Okay. What to do is just do like this. Then okay now. So at line of from main thread, from main method, you see the execution starts. Now this is the line number 25. So it is instantiating new thread class with the help of new operator. You all know what is the purpose of new operator. I have explained already. Okay. So with the help of line number 25, new, what new will do? It will create a memory. Okay, it will create a memory. To whom it is creating? It is creating to the class new thread. So over here, new thread class memory is created. Okay, so this is the new thread class which is instantiated. Now, what is going to happen is one more thing. You all know this. At line number 25, at line number 25, this is what a constructor call, right? So from here, it will invoke its constructor here. Now, that is done. I hope you all have understood. Now, after that, you can see at line number 6. At line number 6, you can observe T. T is now an object. Till line number 3, it was declared here. Okay, at line number 6, it is now becoming an object. Why it is becoming? Because it is getting instantiated with a thread. So now you have to remember, thread is a class. If you want to create a thread, you have to instantiate a thread class. Remember this. So with the lineup, with the help of line number 6, what will happen? A thread will be created. Remember that thread will be created. So what will be the name of that thread is? It will be demo thread. You can see in the constructor of line number 6 thread, the name is given as demo thread. Okay. So I will write the name over here. Just a minute. I will write here demo thread. So demo thread, and which is linked to T, which is linked to T. Which is linked to T. So T is an object which is having the thread with the name as demo thread. Now, after this, what will happen? You can see at line number 7. What is at line number 7? It is displaying T. So you observe here the output. Child thread colon then T. This is what is T. So what is the name? Demo thread. And students, see here, as I said, from where this part is getting, which has started this part, it has started from main thread only, no? Main part of your program. From there only it got started. So that is why it is giving you the main. From where this demo thread has been created is from the main thread. That's it, students, with this part. Now, what I'll do is I will clear the drawing. Now, what will happen is after the thread T, sorry, after the demo thread is created, now the next thing is you see at line number 8, T dot start. As I said, this particular class is implementing runnable interface. So it should define the run method over here. So the run method is defined over here. Now the run method will be executed when the start method is invoked. So after line number 7, the line number 8 is T dot start. So what this T dot start will do is it will execute or it will invoke the run method. Now the run method is the code of the child thread, that is demo thread. So now at this particular time, what will happen is the code, that is the run method, is having the code of demo thread. So that the demo thread will start running, and apart from this, simultaneously or concurrently the code of main thread also gets start executing. So this is what is, these are the two parts of this particular program which are under execution, or I should say these are the two threads of this particular program. So that you have observed in this output. I hope you all have understood this. So what I will do is I will again execute this. You can observe here. I will clear the screen and observe it. See, the two parts are getting executed. The code of the demo thread and the code of the main thread. Okay, students. So that's it. So by this, what you have understood is this part. Let me open this. That is, you have understood this part. That is from the main thread. My computer got hanged, man. Just a second. Are you three available? Yeah. See here. So by this, what you have understood is this part. That is from the main thread. Child threads can be spawned. That part. And you observe in the output also. After the child threads have executed, then you see the child thread is exiting, and after that only main thread. Means what? Main thread is exiting afterwards. At last, main thread is getting finished. So these are the 2 points which you have to remember. You have to write also if a question comes in the exam. So that's it with this program, students. How to create a thread with what? By implementing a runnable interface. Students having any doubt can ask me. The next one is creating a thread by extending thread class. So you can ask me doubt if you're having. Okay, students. The next part is to create a thread by extending a thread class. Okay, just see this particular program what I've explained just now. Same thing, only few things are different in that one. To create a thread by extending thread class is a little bit different. So you just observe here what is happening actually. This is the main thread from which we are going to create the child thread. However, because of this statement, line number 25, what it will do is it will call this constructor, and what will happen at line number 6, the thread is created, and it is invoked by having the start method t.start will call this. So what will happen? It will start running. So this is the part of execution of demo thread, and you see the from line number 26, this is the part of the main thread. So both these threads will execute concurrently, as you have observed just now during the execution. Okay, and you have also observed the main thread will exit afterwards. Okay, now same output with the next program also, but how to create it, the thread by extending thread. So what I'll do is I have copied already this program. I will open it in the notepad. You see what is the name of the program? Extend thread. Extend thread. Yeah, here it is. Extend thread. The students, please observe same thing. Few things are different. You see here, this again. This main part is responsible for the main thread, and line number 24, same thing. It will invoke as previous thing only. It will invoke the constructor of this class. But students, see here, as this part is extending thread. Okay, as this part is extending thread. So you all observe what actually it is. I will open the textbook also. You all observe with the previous program. Let me put this side. Okay. Now let me scroll it up. See here, students, the differences at line number 4 from the notepad and with the textbook. This is in the notepad. This is the program this is the program to create a thread by extending thread, and this is the program what you can see in the textbook is to create a thread by implementing runnable interface. So you see here it will call no. Okay, when it comes inside the constructor, you see, and over here you see this particular program. We have to create we have to instantiate the thread class. With this particular code only, it will create a thread when you are using implements runnable. But over here in this program, there is no need to create an object. Why no need to create an object? Because this new thread class is already extending thread. So this becomes a child thread of a thread class. So thread is created already. When you write this statement, no, thread is already created. But whereas when you are going to implement runnable interface means explicitly you have to create thread class. You have to write this code. Okay, I hope you all have understood. Then you see what this super will do. Super will pass the name to the thread class. That the child thread is now named as demo thread. I hope you have understood. So this is the difference between that program and this program. This is used to pass the name to the thread class, that the name of the child thread is demo thread.
Yes, please continue.
Okay, so now you can observe here. What I will do is I will execute the program. Okay, you all please observe here. First, what to do is clear the screen. And what is the name? Extend thread, no? Extend thread. It is compiled now. Now run it. Same output that is. Okay. Same thing. And see students over here, as this is extending thread. So over here, as it is extending thread, there is no T object. So how to get the information is with the help of this keyword. Okay, in that one implementing runnable interface, you have to specify over here the object. But as this class is extending thread, you need not create an object. So how to get the information is with the help of this keyword. So this keyword will give you the information of the child thread. What is the child thread name? Demo thread. From where it has created from main. Then after that, students, as I said in the last program, t.start and start method should be invoked with the help of object. But over here, as this is the child of thread class, directly you have to call start method. What the start method will do is it will invoke this run method. Now everything is the same thing. This is the code which will be executed concurrently along with this code. So these two are the codes. This is for the child thread, demo thread, and this is the code for the main thread. So the child thread and the main thread will execute concurrently. So this is what is multi-threaded programming. That is two threads, that is two parts of the program which are under execution. This is known as multi-threaded programming. Okay, I hope you all have understood.